Back now at 8:37 with more of our special series, Why Are We So Obsessed With? This morning, our obsession with looking younger.
How they get these age-defying results? With the neckline slimmer.
Press your fingers tightly onto the cheekbones.
Push the button shafts as far forward as you can.
I know I'm gonna get it.
The quest for youth and beauty may be a centuries-old obsession, but today the reality is getting ugly. The lure of the fresh young face is stronger than ever.
We now live in a culture that is celebrity obsessed. As our focus on celebrity has increased, what we're looking at is this idealized version of getting older.
And chasing that ideal used to be just for those who could afford to pay the price. Now you can find hope in a jar on any drugstore shelf.
Women look at celebrities and love what they see, and they don't factor in that these women make almost a full-time job out of looking good.
And speaking of jobs, your appearance can impact not only your work, but whether you are working at all. Researchers investigating whether there is a beauty premium in the workplace found those deemed more youthful looking are more likely to be hired and paid up to 12% more.
In some ways that's a shame, because the wisdom and experience that go with age should be revered and should be valued, and there should be inherent attractiveness that comes with that.
Inherently attractive or not, 13% of those same plain Janes said they'd consider cosmetic surgery to stay competitive, especially when it makes them competitive in other areas.
There have been a number of studies that show that beautiful, youthful-looking people, get fewer traffic tickets, rate higher on intelligence tests, get better grades from teachers.
And get this, even live longer, according to a recent Danish study.
There is this old adage, by 50 you have the face you deserve. Now you can have the face you don't deserve. And it's kind of a cheating mechanism.
And when answering the question to cheat or not to cheat, perhaps some should be asking, how much is too much?
It's very difficult to find the line where you slip from sanity into total obsession.
Women increasingly stop looking like themselves, and that's the sign that something has tipped to the unhealthy side.
And here to talk more about our obsession with looking younger, today's beauty contributor Bobbi Brown, Galina Espinosa, editorial director at Latina Magazine, and today's own Kathie Lee Gifford. Ladies, good morning.
I don't know why I'm here. Good morning, everyone.
All right, so why do we perceive younger as better?
Because younger is beautiful. There's no question it's beautiful, but it's about resetting your brain, what your brain does. It's not about how you look, it's how you feel and how you think.
I think that's the ideal we all strive for, but unfortunately the reality is that we are such a youth-oriented culture and we place so much value on youth. It's the American way, and that becomes really hard for women to feel like they can age with dignity and with grace in this country.
You're in your 40s, the rest of us, we're in our 50s. Are you treated differently now, Kathie, than you were in your 20s? Do you feel that?
Sure.
Yeah.
But that's part of the whole journey. I look at it all through a spiritual lens. I look at everything through a spiritual lens. And to me, the women I see, is that me? Yeah, see, that's me. The women who are obsessed with staying young are women who do not understand or believe that they are incredibly valued.
But you don't get that value back.
Yeah, you do it from God. You may not get it from people, but if you understand that there is a purpose for you in this world right now and every day of your life, then you're not looking backwards and not mourning what's past. You're excited about the possibilities of today. That doesn't mean you don't want to look good, but it's all about your purpose. And if your purpose is just to look good, that's a pretty empty life.
We all have fears. I mean, I feel fear as I get older that I'm going to become invisible. You walk down the street when you're younger, people pay attention to you. As you get older, nobody looks anymore.
Right?
But you're not going to become invisible to the people that truly love you, your husband and your family and your friends and me.
But it's really about yourself, and I think as a woman gets older, it's not about microscoping what's wrong with your face. It's about taking care of yourself, eating well, exercising, and it's just really about how you feel. And stop worrying about all the little things that are wrong.
You purposely don't look in a lot of mirrors.
I don't. I have a tall mirror by my house, at home, and I always look at it before I go out. I think I'm 5'10".
Forget about yourself.
Right, but if you're not having a good beauty day, do something. Wear a big piece of jewelry, go buy a pair of shoes, exercise. There's so many positive things you could do.
And look for other things that make you feel good. Find value in yourself that's beyond what you look like. Let's start thinking about ourselves in terms of what we do for our families, our communities, our intelligence. Let's start valuing other aspects of ourselves.
When you think that, or you see that half of the teenagers now the number of teenagers getting plastic surgery has doubled in 10 years.
Yeah, teenagers.
Teenagers.
Yeah.
Right, and 20-something
That's-
starlets in Hollywood now are all going in for Botox and lip injections. That's not something you saw.
Really distressing. Again, there's a desperation aspect to it. They don't know how valuable they are. First of all, they don't appreciate their youth because nobody does until it's gone.
I bet
That's
when you were
right.
in that bikini, you thought, "Oh, I need to lose 10 pounds."
And it's about
didn't.
and it's about role models. I think for us, we need great role models. I mean, to me, I think Julianne Moore is a great role model.
Yes.
Annette Bening, amazing role model. And it's important to find women that look good who are your age.
But
and
you're not
look
saying
back.
that you're opposed to getting work done if that makes you feel better.
But don't you know people, Meredith, who are, something bothers them terribly, so they get it fixed. Then they realize, oh, you know what? That bothers me too, and it's never enough.
It's never going to
end.
end.
And those people that have had way too much, unfortunately, don't seem to realize it.
Yeah. It's like Bobby said, it's all about taking pride in your appearance. You want to feel good. I mean, feeling good helps you to look good. I mean, looking good helps you to feel good. But you don't want to take it to that extreme where you can't leave your house, where you're so unhappy because of what you look like.
Be in the present. Be in the present. That's the hardest thing.
And how do you
it's a
know when
gift.
you've crossed the line from just wanting to look good to being a little out there wacko
when
about
you're
it?
constantly thinking about it and looking to what you could do. Wear blush. There's so many things you could do to feel better, honestly.
Get a blowout, right?
Or at least have a good friend that will tell you the truth. You know, like, you don't, please, one more thing, and I'm not even going to recognize you coming down the street. And your lips should not enter a room before you do.
Never, never.
Or your stomach, by the way, and that's
Exactly.
it.
All right, guys. Bobby, Kathy,
Thank you,
thank you,
Meredith.
Thank you so much. And tomorrow and today we'll tackle our obsession with gossip.